We are here. We got Potts is making an appearance.
I'm fucking alive.
Wow, man.
I'm alive.
Really? Finally shows up for work, man.
I show up for work every day at midnight to 8 a.m.
You know, this ain't The Sopranos, man. We don't hand out like no-show jobs, man.
No, dude, I'm doing my thing, but you know,
He's only here because it's 2 minutes away from
Yeah,
his
it's
house.
2 minutes from his house, and he's drinking.
well, I'm not going to Tom's River with you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. And where are we?
We're at Jersey Girl Brewing.
That's
you
right.
guys.
This is a great place. I like this place.
Hey,
This
thanks.
is my favorite. And we got Chuck. Do we do Chuck 1, Chuck 2?
Chuck.
Or we got the two Chucks with us today.
Yeah.
No, but this is now is this the property? Is it Mount Olive or is it Hackettstown?
Yeah, we're actually in Mount Olive.
Mount Olive.
Yeah,
okay.
we're on the,
Because
there's,
I never know
Bud
the
Lake
divide
side.
over here.
you know, we have a Hackettstown mailing address,
Okay.
so it confuses the hell out of everybody because they're like, "Oh, I thought you were in Mount Olive." Well, we have a Hackettstown mailing address. So.
Yeah, didn't I correct the guys at Fort Nonsense?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said something. Oh, where are those guys? Hackettstown. I was like, well, technically they're in Bud Lake. They just use a Hackettstown mailing.
We have to. Yeah.
And they were like, oh, okay.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What's the physical address? So
We're on.
people-
This is 426 Sand Shore Road in Bud Lake, New Jersey.
All
We
right.
got a nice little industrial building here, about 10,000 square feet. A little hard to find. You could drive by it 2-3 times, never know there's a brewery here like this.
I tell people take the little middle road off of
Oh, the Harris
46.
Lane, yeah.
Harris Lane.
Yep.
As soon as you get down to Harris Lane, you're staring straight at
You're right in front of you. You can't miss
And
it.
then you go, oh shit, yeah.
I tell people now, just look for all the cars in the parking lot. We're the only building with cars in
There's
the
a
parking lot
parking lot,
when
yeah.
we're open. So
Right.
just
Oh,
look for
yeah.
the cars. You'll
Yep.
find us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a beautiful facility.
Oh, thanks, Chuck.
You know, this is those tables are killer. Tell us a little about those. Those are awesome.
So we just added 4 new tables, and I built those with Bobby. Bobby's one of our regulars here, works here. He's a great guy, just retired from the fire department. Well, not the fire department, but the town of Rockaway. But he and I decided we wanted to build some tables to get more seating in here. And what we did was we created this nice little epoxy top to it that it's a 2-part where you put some grain in first is what we did. Then we poured a level of epoxy, let the grain start to float, and then we finished off the epoxy. So each table has a different grain that we brew beer with. And so when you come in, you sit at the table, you look down, and it looks like you can almost reach in and grab the grain because it's like floating through the table. So people talk about them a lot. They're really cool. They came out much better than I thought they would. And it wasn't really my idea to do the grain. It was my brewers. They saw us building the tables out back, and they say, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you put some grain in there? And that's all it took. I was like, yeah, okay, man, let's try it.
Then he's- but then in his head, he's going, okay, no, he's counting the pennies. Grains.
Grains versus table. You know.
No, it turned out great, and it's a great team effort. I love when we start working on a project and all the other guys come around. They're like, hey, what you working on? You know, whether it's beer or we're doing something up front here, we're building tables, and then the rest of the team jumps in. You know, they get some ideas and they throw them out there, and it's like, hell, come on, let's try it out. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
And if it goes bad, we paid over it, and we're done. You know,
That's
it's that easy.
Get the sander out,
Get the
paint over it,
And
and
that's
you're
it.
done.
We're done. We're moving on. You know, tables and building shit, that's the easy stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beer's another story.
Yep.
They're a great conversation piece, man. I think just
Yeah, thanks.
they look killer.
Yeah. They
We get a
are
lot
really
more
nice.
people. People are so comfortable in here now. Before they were standing around and it was just people on people, and it was hard to get comfortable in here and find a place where you could sit down. Now we find that a couple will come in, another couple will come in. They'll sit on either side of the table, and then next thing you know, they start talking. And then they're ordering food together, and they're having a pizza on the table. They got all this stuff, and they're hanging out. They become friends. So it's working out. It's doing even more than we hoped it would. It's bringing people together, and they're enjoying craft beer. So they start talking about craft beer. I'll go walking around. Next thing you know, I'm in the conversation. We're hanging out for a while. It's a nice place to come and hang out, and you wouldn't expect it. Like when you walk up to this place on the outside, what's going on inside? And there's usually a good crowd, good people who like craft beer, people who came to see what we're about, want to see the brewery operation, take a tour. So it's been good.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's like that's the fruits of your labor, though. Like everybody's happy when they come in, and every time I'm in here, it's like it's a cool atmosphere.
Thanks, man.
Like everybody's like chill, and
Yeah.
it's just like you just enjoy the beer, you eat some food.
The goal was to create something that's more like an English pub. You know, if
Yeah.
you ever go to an English pub, everybody knows everybody. And if you don't know somebody, somebody comes up and makes you feel like you belong there. You know, like you're part of that vibe that's going on.
And it's a family place.
It
you
is.
know?
It
And
is.
that whole English pub model is it's really a place for people to just gather.
It is. You know what? It's a step one to getting people to see our operation. If we can get them in and get them comfortable, they could start talking craft beer. Now we can do what we're really here to do is really talk about our beers and show them what we do out back and take them on a tour. Show them the operation. We have a big operation here. We're a 30-barrel 4-vessel system on our brew house. And people don't realize when they come in how big of an operation we have, how big Jersey Girl is. We're kind of one of those fly a little bit under the radar. You know, everybody knows what a Jersey Girl is, but people don't quite know what a Jersey Girl is yet.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get it.
Yeah.
You know, they're starting to figure us out after 3.5 years. So
It took so fucking long to have 3 breweries near my house. Like, I used to have to just go to a bar.
Yeah.
And now it's like, this one is like 2 minutes
Yeah,
away.
well, that's kind of like what pissed me off. I mean, for 25 years, I worked in the trade zone.
So, yeah, I know.
You know, and had to go
You
to
had
some
no beer.
and had to go to some stupid bar like the one that used to be down where the A&P was in the corner.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
and there was
I know
nothing
what
else
you're talking
around.
about.
Yep.
You know, all of a sudden, they close our stuff. They send me on my way. And now there's 3 breweries, and I could have hit every Friday after work.
every day.
Yeah.
But I still get together with Seiko people, and we come here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
it's-
You know what?
yeah.
We have so we actually have 4 breweries, 5 technically
yeah.
within a couple with Chilton Mill,
Chilton Mill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Manskirt, Zigmeister, and Long Valley Brew
Yeah,
Pub.
Chilton Mill's the one I seen with the
Chilton Mill's cool.
That's
with
right,
the,
Long
with,
Valley
with
too, I
the with
forgot.
the lager.
Oh, that's the
that,
one.
had-
Yeah,
that had the
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I reached out to him a while ago, but this was like when he was, just opening.
Yep.
It's him, right? It's like him,
Oh, yeah.
and he's just doing it himself.
He's doing a lot of the work. He's got some family helping him out. At least last time I was there. I don't know what his
But
current
I told him,
situation
I go,
is,
whenever
but
you feel comfortable, you can hit us back up,
Nice.
or whatever, and we'll come in and we'll
you
talk.
should. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
knows
he-
beer. He's
'Cause
doing some really
he's
cool
related
stuff.
to the Valley restaurant people.
I have no
I
idea.
think so. I think
Oh,
so.
Long
Take-
Valley?
Yeah, you
Not
know
Long
Valley,
Valley- not
right
the
next
brew
door
pub
to
guys.
it. Not
Yeah,
the
the
brew
Valley-
pub, but
the Valley Pub.
Valley Pub.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like right next door.
Yeah.
Tim and I forget what his wife is, but name is. But I think he's like related to her, and because it used to be a pizza place that was in that spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I knew the guy who owned the pizza place, and then he got out of it.
Dude, it's like a dream location.
Yeah.
Like you have a brewery right next to a restaurant. You can't do food, but you can literally get
Right.
it.
Yeah,
right
and
next
then
door.
Yeah.
and then right down the road, just like 2 clicks, like it's not even far, is like an awesome barbecue joint
Yeah.
right on the right. I mean, they're incredible.
There's
Yeah.
good food down there.
Yeah.
Long Valley's got good food. So
Well,
a lot of good stuff.
I'm here to talk about beer.
Yeah, me too.
At Jersey Girl.
Yes.
So we'll start off with, what are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
I'll let you.
Ah.
walk us-
You're the
you're
So we're going
you're
around the
pro.
room here. So we have a couple of Suicide Kings on right now that we're drinking. I think we have it's blood orange and raspberry. I think is what we've got going on right
me and
now.
you are drinking the same one.
Yeah, we're having the same
Yeah,
wine.
this is phenomenal.
Thanks, man. And I told you this is a 9% beer. You got to be careful on these. We make these big beers that drink like light beers, and people will come in and start having a couple of them,
Yeah.
and then we have to stop and pause and be like, "Hey, listen, man, you just had 3 of those. You need to stop. You need to have water. We're moving
Yeah.
on to something else." We have to literally stop people because they don't realize what they're drinking, and we want to be safe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've had some people get angry with us, like, "What are you cutting me off for?" I know what I'm doing. I was like, "Not really. Wait a couple minutes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only had a sip, and it does not taste. It does not drink like a 9%
No.
beer at all.
No, but it drinks beautifully. I think the carb levels on it's beautiful. The fruitiness in it's delicious. You get just enough tart from the sour, just to balance all that sweetness out. So it works out really
Pass
well.
that to Tom.
And Potts,
Tom, take it.
what does it sound like?
It like I've never heard it. It had like the carbonation was like really good to
Potts is that much advanced in beer culture that he listens
it.
to the beer.
You know when they have that term, the beer snob. I took it to a new level. I listen to the fucking beer now. I don't.
Are you the
sniff it.
beer whisperer? Is
Yeah,
that
the
what
beer
you are?
whisperer. What do you, dude? Like, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, you could drink
That is dangerous.
That.
That is
That
fun.
that drinks like a yard beer, man.
Yeah.
I tell
It's
you
like
what,
a summer.
a 90-degree day in a lawn chair, I'm falling asleep and getting sunburnt drinking that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll do the job for you.
A
Man.
couple of them, and then you're just like
Yeah.
passed out. It's
But it's fun to drink. You know, it's the beer. What's amazing is we'll normally get, we get a good crowd in here, and you start talking to people about what kind of craft beer do you drink, or what kind of beer do you drink. Oh, I'm not a beer drinker. I don't drink beer at all. Okay, great, challenge issued. I'm on. Let's do this. I have 18 beers. I will find you a beer that you like, and we'll normally start going through. We'll listen to what they like to normally drink when they're home. Eventually, we wind up with a Suicide King, a King Gambarina, something that's big, because we find out they're a wine drinker.
Right.
And these are the kinds of beverages that really appeal to wine drinkers. Now we have a seltzer on. That's the next thing. If they don't like craft beer, they're killing the seltzer right now. So it's good. I mean, we're trying to appeal to everybody. We try to do a little bit of everything. We don't do one style of beer. We have like 3 IPAs. We have like 4 lagers. We have some Belgians. We have Bier de Garde. So we try to do a little bit of everything. So what we have over here, Chuck is drinking. We have the Red Mill Rye.
Yeah.
That's
this
our
is-
Red Mill Rye.
And I'm a big lager guy, so this is killer.
That's right in your wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
That's a 4% rye.
good drinking.
We do it we're doing it with the Chilton Mill. The idea is that for every pint of that we sell, we're going to donate $1 to Save the Wheel. It's a little bit of giving back to the community, giving back to Christy, our sample room manager, grew up in that area, so it's kind of near and dear to her heart to be able to give back, to a place where she was as a kid. So, and it's nice to be able to do something like this. So, the beer's flying right now. It's doing so well, and it's an easy drinker for a 4% red lager, rye lager. Yeah, it's sweet.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, man.
What's it sound like, Potts?
It sounds like a lager.
Sounds like a lager.
Well,
Sounds like it's gonna get
this one.
devoured.
This one had like carbonation to it, so it was like
It did, yeah. You got it fresh out of the
Yeah, and
keg there with the pour there. It was
Yeah,
nice head on it.
I was like, damn, I never heard it. Like you heard it too.
I've never had anybody say, "Here, listen to this."
Listen to the
before."
beer, man.
Well, do you think my beer's never made a sound when I was in like that, and I was like, man, that's active.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice.
We carved that one up a little bit extra, just a little bit more than the other ones, just so it's
But
a little
not
bit
overdone.
lighter. No, not at all. No, all our beers are kind of 2 point. We're somewhere between 2.5 and 2.7 volume on our carbonation, and we find that across the board is a good way to go. Seltzer's a bit higher; it's almost 3,
Sure.
just because people want that
It's a seltzer.
The fizziness.
seltzer, the fizziness of
Yeah.
the seltzer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to go up a little.
But you're
bit
not
more.
making Miller High Life here, so you're.
No. It is funny when people come in. What do you have that tastes like a Coors Light? I'm like,
We have a seltzer.
I have a seltzer. Exactly. Would you like a cup of water?
We have water and seltzer.
Water
Take your
and
pick.
seltzer. But yeah, you always get that one in the crowd. You get that one.
They're looking for they'll say, a regular beer. Or
Right.
Yeah, a regular
Yeah, a
beer.
regular. What do you have?
Yeah.
What do you have that's a normal beer?
Right.
What do you mean normal beer? They're all normal beers.
Yeah.
They're just crafty.
Yeah.
They're just flavorful and delicious.
They're what beer's supposed to taste like.
So then over here we have our Bier de Garde.
Yes.
We call it Bier de Garden State is its name. It's a
Nice.
beautiful 6.9% beer. And what I love about it is we've never done a Bier de Garde before. I've been staring. We have this poster over here by the bathroom. It shows ales at the top, lagers at the bottom. And what we try to do is go around the poster and try to figure out a beer that we've never done before, style. So this is the first time we're doing a Bier de Garde. I think it turned out great. It's easy drinker.
Yeah, it is
Beautiful
easy
lacing
drinking.
on the glass.
Yes.
Beautiful head retention. I mean, it's been poured now for probably about 5 minutes. You still have a nice classic foam on top.
Yeah. Nice bubbles.
Nice bubbles going
Yeah.
on. Clear. That sucker is clear.
Very
as a day.
tasty beer.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I have no problem starting out my day with a beer like this.
for a first time doing it, I think the guys nailed it. They
Yeah.
just really did a great job with it. And we've got Mark. We had 2 Marks in the back. Mark Ryan and Mark Coster are our brewer and cellarman respectively, and I try to give the guys a lot of latitude to brew something that they enjoy brewing. In addition to the regular beers we have to have for distribution, we have 4 flagships. We do a monthly rotator right now. Like Fog is our big rotator right now. Wake Up and Smell the Coffee we just did, which is a 10.5% breakfast stout. So that one's out in rotation right now.
I
Then
love
we're
that beer.
You love the Wake Up?
Yeah, because I had when you were selling it in the bottles.
Oh,
Was it
yeah.
last year?
God, no, it was a year and a half ago.
Year and a half
Yeah.
ago. I bought 2 of them.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's a great beer. And
It
we
is.
canned it.
Oh, you canned it?
Put it in a 16-ounce can. 10.5% beer in a 16-ounce can.
Oh,
It's a
Jesus.
Nice.
party can.
There you go, Chuck.
I'm also a big stout guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I love
that's
my
a-
big,
It's big coffee, chocolate,
yeah.
oatmeal stout. I mean,
Yeah, it's in the bottle. It was like, oh, it was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was. nice.
For hours yesterday, because we did that barrel project, we had to taste everybody's batch before it went in to make sure, it wasn't off or anything.
Yep.
You always had a little subtle differences, but, it's going in a 55.
So how'd you guys do that?
barrel,
Now each of you brewed a different volume, like a 5-barrel batch or a 10-barrel batch
No,
to fill the barrel?
I think everybody had to brew, 6 gallons?
Well, minimum.
Minimum 6
Minimum is
gallons.
6
Okay.
Me and Chuck
gallons.
ended up brewing 12 because somebody dropped out.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But everybody's brewing on their own equipment away
Yeah.
from each other.
Yeah,
So,
some people have professional stuff. Some people are like me and Chuck were
brewing on
banging
the back porch,
banging buckets, on my back deck when it's 20 degrees.
mashing in a cooler,
Mashing in a cooler.
That's the way to do it right there.
But so we had to taste every batch because they're coming from different people, and luckily, everything made it into the barrel.
Nice.
But all day yesterday, I just had nothing but like this dark chocolate taste in my mouth.
From all the sampling.
From all the sampling.
Yeah, what a terrible
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Terrible. That must have been
That's
awful.
funny.
We were on the way home yesterday, and I was like, I'm going to stop for beer. He's like, okay. I grab a 6-pack of PBR. I was like, I got to get this freaking stout tasting in my mouth.
I got to tell you,
I was like, it's wrecking everything right now.
for PBR, it's one of the best. I think it's one of the best non-craft beers that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
You could just drink that sucker down. It tastes good. They
Yep.
reformulated it. It's a really good.
You're
beer.
not the first person that said that
No,
we've
it's-
had on the show. Either.
Yeah.
and I don't mind saying it, man.
I think
really
craft
don't.
brewers, if they're going to drink a beer that's not theirs or a craft beer, they're drinking Pabst.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you're at some place and they've got a selection of beers, and you'll look and it's like, I'm not. You just give me an ice cold PBR,
Give me a PBR.
right now.
We go
Yeah.
down to Salt. Salt does it's right over here on 206.
Yeah,
you know?
Salt's a good place.
The Gastropub. Yeah, they do a PBR special. It's like a $2 PBR special. Pff, forget about it. You
Yeah.
can bring $10 and get loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I bought when we stopped at the store yesterday?
Well,
I bought a 4-pack of Rusty Rail Imperial Stouts.
Nice.
Like, screw it, I'm on this train.
Here on the. Might as well stay on.
on the road, stay on the road.
Let's keep going. Yeah.
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 It's just like when you say PBR, like me and Tom like Natty Bow. It's like
Yeah.
it's around the same like thing of like PBR. It's just you can't get it here,
Yep.
but you can get PBR here. But it's just like when you got that taste in your mouth, I just whacked down like Natty Bow. I have some saved still for just that occasion. It's in the
Nice.
fridge.
It doesn't last that long in my house when you
there's
bring
only
it back.
there's only 2 left. But when I really want some, I'm like, I just,
There's a time and a place for every kind of beer.
Yes.
Whether it's a macro
Yes.
or a micro, you just.
There is.
I get kind of frustrated sometimes when I hear people say, "Oh, you can only drink craft beer, man. I'm never going to drink that
No.
crap." I'm like, really, dude? Just enjoy the beverage.
Yes.
That's what it's all about,
Exactly.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
Sure.
Sometimes you want something cheap and easy. Sometimes you want to go have a nice craft beer. I don't mind. Everybody's got their own. Sometimes people want to have a mixed drink, have a little cocktail.
Yeah.
Rum and Coke. I do the
Yeah.
same thing. I'll go out have a rum and Coke and just
Sure.
got to break it up sometimes. Do
Yeah.
something different.
something on the rocks. Too.
Yep.
A little bit of whiskey.
But we've got how many taps do you have in here?
We've got officially 12 taps online. We have some beers we're pouring out of cans, so we have 16 beers on tap right now and 1 seltzer. I think later on today we're going to kick a keg and we're going to put on another seltzer, so that'll give us 2 seltzers up. And so we're trying to figure out, we're going to be releasing seltzers in the next couple of months for the market. So we're trying to test all our flavors in here right now to figure out like what people really want to drink. So we don't have just another White Claw kind of same.
Right.
Things like Blood Orange really jump out. Mm-hmm. I think that's a great one. Mango, of course, was a last minute decision to try it because it's already kind of done, but
Yeah.
we gave it a shot. It's actually really good. I can see why it sells so well. But ours are we use a real fruit puree on ours. So when you pour it, like our raspberry and our strawberry are pink. I mean, they're really bright pink. Our blood orange has that orange hue to it. Pineapple's kind of yellowy. So it's not like that, Claws and stuff or Trulies where they're just crystal clear.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're good. They're 5.5%. And man, you can enjoy them. You can enjoy them. Now we have a gluten-free option. So now we have people who come in who are gluten intolerant that can now have a beverage and hang out with their friends and still get a little something that they can enjoy. You know,
Nice.
it's not water.
That's really cool.
Or soda or whatever.
The gluten-free thing is like huge.
I didn't realize how many people were gluten intolerant.
I don't know if they really are.
This is
No, really?
this is me and Tom's theory because we talked about this a
I think
while
we've
ago.
talked about this on the show.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I think people are they just jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, but it-
do they really?
Yeah.
But if they,
It is
But
a
if you're
health
making
thing,
it
isn't
and
it?
you're selling it,
Yeah,
who gives a shit?
because
That's right.
I mean,
if it's bringing people back in,
yeah.
Hey,
if
if
you don't have
somebody-
celiac disease or something like
if
that, or
somebody-
Crohn's disease,
if somebody feels that they have some kind of reaction to gluten,
sure,
then
then
be
don't
it.
eat it.
So be it.
Now they can come.
now
to,
we have an option.
Yeah.
come to Jersey Girl, and soon they'll be able to
And
pick
it's been
it up.
we only released it probably a couple of weeks ago, and it's already we're seeing people that are coming back that realize they had a gluten intolerance that couldn't come to the brewery that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're back at the brewery. I'm like, well, I thought you were gone forever. It's like, no, we just can't drink beer because gluten allergies. We discovered we had a gluten allergy. Now we have a seltzer, so we're back. It's like,
Yeah.
great to see.
Yeah.
It's
that's good.
It's so tight in here. You get to know people, and when somebody doesn't show up for a few weeks, you really start to miss them. You're like, what happened to that person? They still around? And then we learn these lessons like, they changed jobs, or they had a gluten intolerance, death in the family.
Yeah.
Something that kept them away, but they're happy to be back.
It's also low in carbohydrates too compared to beers. So
Yeah.
It's very
If you're-
low.
If you're
It's only like 100 calories a drink.
if you're one of those gym guys and you'd like,
Absolutely.
you come in, you can have you can hang out with your fat buddies, but you can keep your
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
physique.
Keep your physique.
You can
Craft
drink,
beer physique.
You can drink
Now,
a seltzer.
now is your seltzer going to be? Is it in cans?
We're going to, yeah, we're
it's
going
going to be
to.
distributed.
We
Well,
are.
see, there you go. Now, people can drink them instead of no laws drinking claws.
Oh,
type
God.
thing,
I hear that all the
So
time.
bump up your class a little bit and grab a Jersey Girl
That's
seltzer.
right. Get something local.
Yeah.
There's a couple of really good seltzers in New Jersey already, so we're not the first to do it. We don't claim to be the first to do it, but we're part of it.
Yeah.
That it's going to be a big market. Seltzer's not going anywhere.
No.
Hate
No,
it.
I think it's
don't
gonna
hate
stay.
it. And it's going to be like craft beer. I think everybody's going to do seltzer their way, just like everybody. You can have an IPA here. You go down the street to Zig or Manskirt's, have one of their IPAs. You can go down. Everybody does it just differently enough.
Yep.
That there's a unique experience. That's why it's not bad having 3 or 4 breweries around here, because you can go to each one, and without a doubt, you're gonna have a different beer experience. You're gonna have a different environment experience. Just different clientels, different owners. You just get to have something different, and you don't have to go very far to do it. I mean, we're right down the street from each
Yeah,
other.
I mean, I would say between you guys, Manskirt and Zig, all yous have different beer styles.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the name may imply you have a lot the same, but drinking them, you'll realize that
they're different.
Zig's lagers are different than yours, and they're different
Absolutely.
than Manskirt's, and
And it doesn't make one better than the other,
No.
one less. It's you get to go and try different lagers. You get
Yes.
to try different flavors, and I think that's why we get along so well as brewers. Is when we hang out, people always wonder, oh my God, you guys are so close. You must be always out, fighting over customers. And it's never like that. I mean, it's never like we go out to dinner together. Joe was up here last Friday night hanging out, and then I was hanging out with Zig the week before that. I mean, we hang out and talk craft beer. We talk, help people out.
Sure.
Trade ingredients. Joe needs something, I need something, Matt needs something. We try to help each other out as much as we can.
yeah,
So that they can keep their businesses going, because it's good. What's good for them is good for everybody.
Sure.
It's good for me. It's good for them.
See, I got
Beer
to think.
tourism's a thing too,
Yeah,
right? So,
Totally.
you know,
People drive from hours. They'll come in. You start a conversation. Hey, where are you from? Oh, we're up in Albany, New York. We came down because we heard there were 3 breweries down here, and we could make one drive and hit them and get some food, and then drive back up. I'm like, that's great, man. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
It's nice to be a destination,
Sure.
for craft beer lovers.
yeah. I mean, when we talk to a lot of breweries, like we talked to Rusty Rail,
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
is their mission statement is to make their town a destination.
Yep.
You know, for beer lovers and
It's happened here in
Stuff
Mount
like
Olive.
that.
Even without with the Hackettstown crew, just us in Mount Olive, we've put Mount Olive on the map. Just in the last 3.5 years, we'll be 4 years in April. But it's nice to hear from the town. Hey, Chuck, thanks for what you're doing. You're giving us a great reputation. People
you guys do
know
a lot.
us. We do. We get involved in a lot. We
yeah,
do a
you're
lot.
you're involved in a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of festivals, a lot of town things.
I prefer that you guys be at like the festivals that are at Turkey Brook and stuff because A, I can walk to it. B, it's just better beer.
Yeah.
Instead of having a beer truck with like, Coors Bud or whatever the heck they used to put on it, now they do it. Jersey Girl does it, and it's just better beer.
I think people appreciate that too.
Yeah.
And now they've opened up the park.
Yeah.
The beer festivals are huge now.
Yeah.
We get a couple thousand people show up.
Yep.
It's a nice day out. You get all kinds of food, music. We just sat down earlier this week with the Department of Recreation to go through this year's schedule to make sure we got everything lined up.
The
Nice.
Oktoberfest when you
Yeah.
guys were there. Oh man, like when they had the
We're doing that.
I don't know I forget how many I drank.
Now,
Because I just walked there.
Because you don't need a designated
No,
driver.
I just walked there.
crawl home.
so
Designate.
now, per the laws they put on you guys with events, if the town asks you to be at their event, does that count as one of the 25 events you're allowed to have?
No, it's a separate license. No, there's only 12 of those licenses. So
Okay.
it's an off-premise license. So it allows us to set up, like the table you saw where we have the beers, we have the beer truck, and we can actually sell the beer directly to the consumers there. So we get 12 of those a year. So that's one of our 12.
Okay.
The events were related more to what happens here in the sample room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what those are for.
Oh, okay.
And then we have private events, which are a whole different license. There's 50-something of those, and we get those for the back area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think in a couple minutes we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some of those events, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about the beer expo that's coming up.
Nice.
Yep.
But before we go to break, talk about your distribution. Where can people find Jersey Girl outside of
Jersey Girl.
where we are?
We're currently in about 800 locations across the top 2/3 of New Jersey. As far down as Ocean, Monmouth, Mercer, Burlington, that area. That's my Central Jersey distributor, and up all the way to High Point. We're the number one craft beer in the Prudential Center, so a lot of people find us there for hockey games, for seasonal basketball, and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
you guys got a good presence there.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
great. The guys over there are great. They've been friends for a long time to the brewery, and can't say enough good things about them. So any of the Wegmans, any of the larger chain distributors, a lot of the local places are picking us up now. Our goal this year is to be the North Jersey craft beer that you can find everywhere you go, and I think people are happy about that because the quality of the beer has just exponentially increased over the years. We just keep putting out better and better beer. And I think I appreciate people stick with us for this long to get us to this point where, I mean, of the 4 beers or 3 beers we're trying today, it's not a bad one in the batch. So we're trying to do that and put that in the market, and people are realizing that. And that's good.
I think you guys will because, like, when I go to hit the breweries, I'll go Zigmeister, I'll go Manskirt. This is the last one I hit before I go home, and I stay here the longest.
Nice. Appreciate
That's-
that, man. Appreciate the
that's-
love.
That's still, I mean, the beers are, you got so many on tap. Like, Zig has a lot on tap.
Zig
too.
always has a lot. Holy cow.
I don't know. I mean, he just had the Imperial Fest this weekend. Like, that's,
Yeah,
that's nuts.
that
I know.
really has a lot of taps.
But when he does the stout, I know it's a different brewery we're talking about, but when he does that stout fest, that's insane.
It's all love.
That's
is.
insane.
It is.
Did you go to it last year? Stout
Yeah, I
Fest?
try to roll through them. I go down there. I'll try to go down and show some support. But if I get down there and it's packed, I
it's
can't do
always
it. Only
packed,
because I can go hang out there anytime I want. And
Yeah.
just be with Matt and
Yeah.
just have some beers.
Yeah.
But crowds and I don't get along. so.
Yeah. That's
Unless they're here.
Unless they're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I still have a hard time.
Yeah.
You'll find me hidden over here in the corner.
But
just
yeah,
kidding.
it's
he's usually
it's a-
like right there.
It's
So
a love-hate relationship.
It is. It's claustrophobia,
You
man. It
hate the
drives me
crowd, but
crazy.
happy they're here.
Oh,
Yes.
I am, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I want to keep having them come out, too.
Yep.
So nothing outside of Jersey right now?
Not yet. We're talking about some out-of-state locations.
Because you have a
but
big system here.
we do. We need to move a lot of beer. I mean, we've got 6 60 barrels and 4 30 barrels tanks in the back. So a 60 barrel tank holds 15,000 pints of beer, and we have 6 of those. And the other guys hold 7,500
I
pints.
can only drink like a third of that.
Yeah. So everybody's help is needed.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
When he just said that, I was like, yes, please.
Straw, please.
We will do our part.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
We'll help you out as much as we
Awesome,
can.
guys.
We've moved on. What are we? What are we?
I'm into the fog.
You're into the fog. I'm into the fog too. Tell us about this beer.
So 8.5% IPA. It's a hazy one with a lot of oats in it. We use Huell Melon and El Dorado hops in it, which was something last year we started when Mark joined us as our head brewer. I just said we got to do something different other than Citra and Mosaic. I mean, everybody's doing it. Our 2 number 1 and number 2 beers are Citra and Mosaic, and I'm like, there's so many hops out there. There's got to be something that's going to give me just as much satisfaction. So on this, you get a lot of tropical, fruity, stone fruit kind of flavors to it.
Definitely.
And so it's traditionally not something that we would do as a brewery, but I'm so happy we're doing it now because most of our beers are late edition hop. So we're doing a lot of dry hopping. So when you're spending $25 a pound on Citra, you don't want to boil the hell out of it and just get the bitterness. And so we put a little bit less in the whirlpool, more in that kind of in Sunkist Citra in our dry hop. But this we split it. We do half boil edition, then we do the rest in dry hopping.
All right.
And I think it pops the flavor. I mean, it's really did a nice job, the guys.
Nice.
In brewing it. So
Beautiful flavor. Man.
really happy with it.
Yeah.
Very,
They
very
got it.
happy.
Nice, nice color. It's a great beer. Killer sound coming out of this thing.
You're a dick.
Stereophonic
Say,
sound.
you're a dick. I say one fucking thing. Fucking shit never
That's it, man.
changes.
That's it. You got to watch out around here, man.
Nah, this is.
I heard a drum solo coming out of that tap.
Yeah, really. Yeah,
You probably
the,
could,
Yeah, the
though.
Neil Peart beer is over there blasting out 2112. Yeah, that's what
From the fucking great beyond.
And what are you drinking today?
I'm drinking Get the Irons.
Yeah, Get the Irons. That's our tribute to our local firefighters. We have Bud Lake Fire.
Great smoky
right down the
flavor.
street. That beer, the smoked malt on that one came
Yes.
through beautifully. And
This-
it's exactly what we wanted.
Yes.
We wanted all that smokiness. We're going to do a Roush beer, do a big, chunky Roush beer.
Sure.
Got kind of almost smoked meat flavor to it.
Yeah, you know, that's right up my alley.
For the smoke? What did you use for the smoke? Like what?
We got it. We got the malts already pre-smoked.
Pre-smoked,
So they
so-
come in
oh,
like that.
oh,
yeah.
alright.
So you can get varying degrees or different types of smoked malts. So
Yeah.
it's the combination of smoked malts that we use that brings that flavor out.
Wow,
with
that's
it.
that's.
There you go, Splatterhead. I guess we're gonna have to start figuring out how to smoke malts in my smoker.
No, we've used a smoked malt. In
Yeah.
one of our brews.
Well, maybe we could use our own.
It's not that hard to do. We did it. Our first Roush beer when we first opened up. Vito, who's now our salesman, worked at a shop where they had a smoker, and he brought the malt over there and smoked it at 3 different. I think it was a half hour, and an hour and a half smoke on the malt, and then we brought those back and we.
What
crushed
type of
them.
wood would they use for that?
It's a great question. I can't remember off the top of my head
Yeah.
what wood they use.
Because
but
I'm trying to
it's what they were
I'm
using.
trying to
for
figure
their
that out.
regular-
I'm like,
It has to be like a pecan or something.
You can try.
Yeah.
So what we did was we took these different roasts different times, brought them back, milled them, put them in a tea, made a tea out of them, and that's how we determined which smoky flavor worked for us.
Oh, okay.
Was how it came through in a tea. So once we had that, then we picked our allotment, we went and brewed with it, and that's where our Roush beer came from the first time.
okay.
But that was a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. You have a smoker, obviously,
Yeah.
so it'll be a lot easier for you to go through and try different
Especially
things.
if we're only doing a 5-gallon batch. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a tray. You just do a tray you lay them out,
Yep.
put them in the smoker, and just let them sit.
Yeah.
And then, do different time intervals, do different woods. You'll
Yeah,
come up with something you'll like.
I just
for
got a
sure.
big bunch of applewood, so maybe
Yeah,
we'll
that's good, too. It's
applewood
light.
smoke some grains
Sure.
and see what we come up with in the
There you
spring.
go. It's a lot of fun. I tell you, it's a lot of fun. The thing on the smoking, when you smoke it yourself, we learned, is just you pick up some moisture in your grain. So you got to be careful just when your grain will get squishy.
Yeah.
But if you figure that out and you blend it with a good 2-row.
Well, I don't use a water pan, so I don't.
Oh, you don't use a water
No.
pan? Oh, okay, gotcha.
No.
Okay, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for something like that, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Different meats I do, fish.
Yep.
But
You want to keep it moist. You want to keep it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the pan was just in there.
Yeah.
So we kind of realized.
Yeah, a lot
afterwards.
of people when they do smoking stuff, they automatically think they need that smoking pan full of water.
Nah.
And you don't always need that for what you're doing.
Yep.
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 So,
But it came out great. I like this one. It's a great rouse.
yo, this is very tasty.
I couldn't be happier with that beer.
Yes.
I really couldn't.
And what are you drinking there, Chuck?
I'm back on the Suicide King.
Okay. There you go.
That is a phenomenal beer.
I'm just
Yeah.
enjoying it right now. You know what's weird is, and I was saying this the other day to my team. I try to go through and try all my different beers. I like to rotate through and go down the tap list. I hadn't had a King Gambrinus in probably a month, right? And it's a 5-time award-winning beer for us.
That's
so
a great beer.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
I went back to that one and I poured a glass of it. And I'm like, I haven't had a King in a while. Went to drink it. And I was like, holy crap, this is a great beer,
It
man.
is
I forgot. I had spent so much time kind of moving through all the other beers. I got back to one of my core 4 and I was like, man,
Well, you
that's a great beer.
you shocked your taste buds because you were like trying everything else.
Trying
and all of a sudden
everything,
You went
yeah.
back and they were like, I fucking remember
I
this.
remember you.
Yeah.
Welcome back, old friend.
Yeah, I know. It's like, holy shit, it's back. No, that's a great beer though.
Oh,
that
thanks,
King
man.
Cambria. I mean,
Didn't you give a barrel or something to Milk Street?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Mike called me up, and God, it had to be a month and a half ago. He said, "Chuck, your barrel's done. We're done with it. You can come grab it, fill it up again." And I haven't been able to get down there.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get out of here long enough to go do it. But yeah, he's got one of our barrels over there. So he put something in one of our barrels that we had aged a beer on. We're getting the barrel back. We're going to put beer back in that barrel and age it out again, and then we'll kind of keep bouncing it
Yeah.
back and forth.
Well, let me know. I can run up there, pick it up for you, drop it.
yeah,
off.
cool. That'd be great.
We're there all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
nice.
And we love coming here. So.
Anytime you're there, say, hey, do you have Jersey Girls barrel?
Yeah,
up
yeah.
here
Give me
still?
Jersey Girls barrel so I can drop it off back.
Drop it off at those guys.
they'll give it to them.
Yeah.
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 No, it's
Yeah.
good. We do some barrel aging. We started a lot of bourbons when we first opened up. We did a lot of dark beers in bourbon barrels, and then for me personally, I'll be honest, it just kind of played out. Everything was bourbon barrel aged,
Right.
barrel aged.
Yep.
So we moved on to wine barrels, and now we have like the Suicide King's going to be our anniversary release. It's a wine barrel aged beer, and we're going to release that out. We've got a couple other barrels that we've had put aside that are inoculated and are going to be sours. So we're doing a lot of sours for our anniversary.
What about a rum
special-
barrel?
I want to try a rum barrel. We were talking rum and tequila barrels. I think that would be really good. We could come up with something really interesting.
Yeah, I asked those guys.
Tequila,
I
yeah.
asked those guys if they had a rum barrel. They were like, "Yeah, we only have like these 4 really."
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
we're not giving them out because they're filled, I guess, with their first rum they made, and they're like, we don't know if it's screwed up or not.
They're going to
It's
hold
been-
on to
It's
it.
been sitting here for 3 years. Sometimes when stuff sits long enough, it turns into gold.
Yeah.
So
Just let it age out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're better off letting it age out.
Yeah.
But we could buy it. I mean, you can go on the market and buy a rum barrel. You buy a
yeah,
tequila barrel. I mean, they're readily available nowadays.
yes,
Yeah.
So you're talking
Tequila barrel's a good idea. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
The tequila-
yeah, really, yeah.
We were just trying to figure out what beer would we put into a tequila barrel where the tequila would enhance the beer.
Right.
So we're thinking some kind of Mexican
Yep.
kind of style, you
Sure.
know, maybe lemon lime, make it taste like a tequila beer.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're coming up with some ideas. The trick is you have to have a high enough ABV in there that it can sit in a barrel and
Right.
last in the barrel. So it would be, you know, we usually shoot for about 10%,
Yeah,
9
nice.
or 10%.
You guys ever think about any like golden stouts?
We were talking about doing a golden stout last year for Valentine's Day, chocolate golden stout, and then we were bringing it came of course because Valentine's Day is coming up again. We're trying to figure out what are we going to do for Valentine's Day for a beer release, and it came back up again. We've had a couple of really good ones lately too, so yeah, it's only a matter of time I think this year till we do one.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yes.
So, besides just people being able to come here and enjoy beer, I understand you got quite a few events that they can
We do.
participate in. So let's hear about those.
So we're doing. It's fun now because on first and third Fridays we do music. So we do live music here. It's fun because we don't do the full band thing. It's just set up. Yeah, side
That's
pressure.
a-
They're
that's-
coming back. They're going to be here.
That's in honor of my friend who died.
Yeah,
That's his name.
that
They used to play.
they're
together.
coming February 21st.
Yeah,
they're gonna be back.
My buddy Kirk.
That's Kirk.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta talk loud.
Sorry, my buddy Kirk. And,
Yeah.
I forget who's his friend that plays with him.
Yeah, yeah. I remember he passed away, and
Yeah.
they,
Well,
kind of
my-
keep the
my
music
buddy
alive.
Jason, my buddy Jason played.
Yeah,
He died years
Yeah.
ago.
a long. That was a while back too.
Yeah, it's probably like over 11 now.
Yeah,
11 years ago.
but yeah, it's great to have them here. They played here for our anniversary as well last year, so we're. Good. It's good to get them back. They played last year. They played a couple of times here. They set up. So yeah, the music stuff has been working out really well. Rick Barth plays here. We had a great 3-piece band here a couple Fridays ago. So first and third Fridays. That's how you know you come out and there's going to be music. Then we do cornhole every Thursday night. Sorry, every Thursday night. Check in at about 6, and it goes till about 10 o'clock at night. Usually get anywhere from 20 to 30 people show up, and it's a great night of cornhole. The guys that come in, this guy Bill that sets it up, he's a Moore Sussex Cornhole League guy, has a whole digital setup and a leaderboard. And, I mean, when you play,
I had no
Jesus.
idea such a thing existed.
oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
it's
didn't
all
know
digital now.
I didn't know it was that far into it.
Oh, yeah.
We needed a Nebra cornhole team.
Oh, you should do it. You should do it.
I play really good when I'm hammered.
Oh,
That's for some reason it like works out.
Well, if we get
It's
a
cornhole.
cornhole team, then I'll just bring all the horseshoe guys from Wednesday nights, and we'll be ringers.
There you go.
but it's good. I mean, everybody we have the space for it inside. So whether it's snowing, raining, whatever it is,
Yeah.
every Thursday night, you can come out and do something. You're not going to get
That's
freaking
nice.
cold or wet, whatever. So that works out well. We do that every Thursday. Then we do a tournament once a month. The last, usually the last Sunday or so of the month, but we have all of it posted up on social media. So that works out. Then the last Sunday of every month we do trivia. So we're doing trivia on the 26th this month, and we have Trivia Revolution
That's
coming
today.
up.
Which is today.
Is it really? Is that today?
Yeah.
Today's the 26th, right?
Today's
Yes.
the 26th.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna have trivia today in about 2 hours.
Okay.
So if you want to run down,
Yeah.
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 But it's good. Yeah, we do trivia. Then we have our anniversary coming up in April, and
Yeah.
that's going to be Easter. We're going to celebrate it Easter weekend. So
How many? No.
it'll be 4 years.
There you go.
Nice.
4 good long years. Man.
Nice.
So you're gonna celebrate it Easter weekend.
We are. Everybody's going to be home. Everybody's going to be home.
Sure.
That's like Sunday, right? Yeah.
Well, no, it's going to be Saturday. It's going to be the day before
damn it.
Easter. It's going to be the day before
I'll be
Easter.
working.
Of course you will.
Can't
Yeah.
drink. Can't drink until Sunday now.
That's tough, dude.
Isn't
I
it
feel
rough?
for you right now.
Isn't it rough?
I feel
Yeah.
bad. For
They
you.
like monitor him and
You know what I'll
Yeah,
do? I'll
because
drink
you know what
for
happens.
you.
You know what happens if I do drink like on a Friday or a Saturday, and there's any residual, like the truck could pull up and say, "Hey, come in. You need to do a pee test."
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you
So
don't
I'm
want to get
like-
caught
I'm
with
like,
that, man. No.
Fuck.
Yeah, don't
So
fuck
it's
that
like,
up.
they even told me like because I wasn't feeling well, so I was taking what is it like Robitussin, like some tussin. Like don't take too much of that because you go into the truck, it'll show up on the freaking thing, and then they'll put you out of service. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I got to be here sick? Yeah, they're like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So yeah, don't drink.
Yeah.
Don't drink and fix the trains.
Yeah. Well, people got to get to New York and Hoboken.
We'll drink
Yeah.
for you, Pops.
Yes.
You ride a bus, so I don't
I'll drink
fix
your
those.
portion.
I don't ride a bus anymore.
Oh, that's right. You stay home now.
I work at home.
Yeah.
My daughter
Wrong with
rides a
that.
train, so you make sure she gets there safe. and
That's
gets
it.
back
That's the
home.
Well,
important
all the
thing.
ones that come out of my yard,
People
all
are
the ones
counting on you, Pots.
I know for a fact all the ones that come out of my yard get fixed.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
All right.
There you go.
People are
The
counting
crew
on
that
you.
we have there, they fix everything.
You're a hero.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Try to
So
So yeah, so we have that coming up. We're doing Valentine's Day. We're doing a beer and chocolate pairing, which is really cool. We got a guy over in Long Valley.
Nice. Now I got to find a girlfriend.
There you go. Or you just
That's
come
the
in and get
missing
your own.
piece. To,
Or at least somebody wants to bleed some money out of me for a weekend.
For one day. It's one night only. One night only.
you don't need a girlfriend. You just need a date.
Yeah, I
So
need.
that's
That's what I said. I just need somebody who wants to bleed some money out of me for the
a
weekend.
wife for the night.
Yeah.
But that's going to be good. That's a guy in Long Valley, Steve. He's at a chocolate shop for a couple of years. We actually sell his chocolate over here. We do some recommended pairings just with his chocolate here. But I think Valentine's Day is on a Friday night, so it's a nice little evening event.
Nice.
If you're going to go out for the night, come here first, have a little flight, try some chocolate, and then go out and do dinner.
Like I said, I'll say it again. My new schedule for Jersey Girl will be Sundays.
There you go.
We will see you every Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Like I said,
possibly standing out front at 10 o'clock. Come
This
on,
This
man.
is the first time I drank in like 2 weeks. Now.
Open the doors.
Open the door, Chuck. I know you're in there.
Yeah, I'm like,
I see the car.
That's what every. Chuck, I drove by. I saw your car. Can I come in?
that's what I used to. That's what I used to do.
Only if
with-
you're doing a podcast.
Yeah. That's what I used to do with the old bar that was on 46 over here. The Brouhaha.
Oh,
It used
yeah.
to be on the, like, we knew the owner.
Okay.
So, like, when he was shut down during the day because his kitchen was being redone, so he'd only open at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy went over there at like 1 in the afternoon, knocked on his door because he lived upstairs, and he's like, "The fuck you guys want?" I'm like,
Beer?
there's nowhere else to drink.
Beverage.
He'd be like, meet me downstairs. He'd open up the place. He'd be like, he'd have the beers waiting for us. And he goes, "Don't steal anything. Don't let anybody in. I'll be down in a little while."
I'll be back. later.
And I'd be like, we'd be sitting there like, there is something really wrong with us. If you're at 1, and we never would leave until like midnight anyway. So we'd be there for like
You're
11
there for the
hours.
night.
Yeah.
You take
The
root.
wife used to take the bullet every time she'd drive.
There you go.
Good woman. Stay with
I know.
her.
I
Stay
still
with her.
still am.
But yeah, folks, if there's a lot to do.
There's a lot going on. We try to keep all our stuff up on like Instagram, Facebook, all the events and stuff, so you know what's going on.
And where do people find you on social?
Jersey Girl Beer is Instagram. Jersey Girl Brewing is Facebook, and then we do a bunch of the other ones, Snapchat and all that crap.
Twitter?
You guys will
Twitter,
figure.
we're
You
on
guys will
Twitter.
figure it out. You know what? I'm not.
We don't Snapchat.
I don't Snapchat either. I just
You,
can't.
you guys will figure it
Like
out.
kids,
Like we
yeah.
always tell you, just go to the Googly, type it in.
Yeah, go
Like
to
exactly.
jerseygrillbrewing.com.
There
It'll
you
connect
go.
you to everything.
Yeah.
I never.
That's like the hub.
I never have a hard time tagging you guys. You
Nice.
start you at Jersey, and it.
As soon as you
it
put
comes
Jersey
up.
Girl,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
goes, oh yeah, you
Yeah.
mean Jersey Girl Beer.
Well,
You
my-
mean Jersey Girl Brewing.
My algorithms already know that it's going to be beer related
Yeah.
when I type it in.
Pretty
so
much.
I type
It knows
Jersey
you.
G, and it comes up. You guys are the first thing that pops up on there. So,
But it is a great place because like they have stuff in the back, like you have events in the back,
Yeah.
and they have the nice tap room in the front. And it's just like,
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, I had my 40th birthday here.
I
That
was
was-
here. I was here for a retirement party.
Yeah, we did a cornhole tournament last night for high school fundraiser. It's just, it's good. I'm big in giving back, right? We've been here for a long time now. I've been in the building when I quit my job in 2014, so I've been doing this since then. So it's nice to be at a point where we can give back. We can help different groups out. We can help people
Sure.
out. We help our local community first. We help our first responders first. We help our firefighters, police, and all our rescues first. And then we have a priority of giving, and we can only give so much. But we usually give till it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, it's
definitely give local.
yeah, and anybody listening knows that we're real big on that.
Yeah,
Like,
and
we'll-
even
we'll-
our podcast is big on local businesses, supporting local business,
And giving back to the
giving back to
community.
community,
Yeah.
what you do in that aspect. Because I mean, all three of us are Raider fans.
Okay, I won't hold that against you, but okay.
Yeah.
all
Okay,
right, that's
but and we're all we have a Raiders club.
Yeah.
We're the New Jersey chapter, the official New Jersey chapter of the Black Hole Fan Club.
Oh, that's nice.
And
that's cool.
all the
How many
Raiders-
members? How many members are part of that?
In Jersey,
Yeah, in Jersey.
well, it depends. Active members,
Yeah.
there's, we have a headquarters
Okay.
in Franklin, New Jersey, where we meet for every game and we
Nice.
have meetings and yada yada, and we average, anywhere on a regular Sunday game, we average anywhere between 10 and like 40 people.
That's
And
that's
those
a
are-
good sized group
And
Yeah.
those are,
for
people
a West
that are,
Coast team.
Those are people that
Yeah.
are coming to Sussex County
Yeah.
from like, Newark and
Yeah.
parts all around. And there's also several other clubs in the state
Mm-hmm.
that, but official membership, we're probably up to about 75
That's
in,
great.
in
Yeah.
the
That's
chapter.
good. That's a really good number, man.
Yeah, and the thing with that is it's community minded.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you form this club. You have to be, you have to be community minded. Do something for your community.
Yep. Yep.
You know, so that's why we're big on that. You know,
So you guys are moving to that beautiful stadium in Vegas.
Yes.
Yep.
God damn, that thing
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
It's so cool looking.
Yeah.
It,
They know how to build a
finally the
stadium.
team deserves it, man. They've
I
been
agree.
playing on a baseball diamond.
Haven't they
for-
been bounced around a couple of times too?
Yeah.
They moved different locations.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot
He
about
lived through
Yeah.
that.
No,
That's
they-
right.
they-
L.A. and then back to
They
Oakland.
went
Yeah,
to
that's what
LA
it was,
because
right?
LA promised them, the world, and they never came through with it.
Gotcha.
And then Oakland promised them the world to come back. They went back, and Oakland never came through.
Yeah.
20 plus years.
Las
of nothing.
Vegas did. So-
Yeah.
But this isn't. We also have a football podcast.
Yes.
No, this
it.
isn't our football podcast.
No.
Yeah,
But,
No, that's
but
cool.
it did tie in. This is how Inebriation started.
it did. Yeah. So we'll,
Yeah, actually,
that's-
we did start
well,
from
that's-
our Raiders.
That's
Our
where
Raiders
we're, that's
podcast.
go,
where
see?
that's where I'm about to go.
Yeah, that's
so,
what I'm saying.
So last year we only had a football podcast.
Okay.
The Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz. Who
Nice.
we don't know where
Sometimes
he is.
spots.
And sometimes spots.
I do the halftime show.
Yeah. And I was, I seen a bunch of other podcast producers that were talking about, they had press passes for this and that. And I
Yeah.
saw this beer expo that was football themed, and it was on Super Bowl Saturday. And I said, how the hell do I get press passes? So I sent out an email and asked, and they were like, sure, you guys can have press passes. Would you like to give away some tickets too? We're like, okay.
Oh, get
And,
out of here! Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
What a great way to start.
So we went and did that as the Fan Club Blitz. We went to the Great Beer Expo last year.
Gotcha.
And afterwards, I was, in the bag
Yeah.
because those 2-ounce pours will catch up to you real quick.
It's like doing a shot of beer, man. It goes right
Chuck,
to you.
Chuck, I tried to tell him. He didn't
Yeah.
believe me. He goes, fucking 2 ounce.
Duh, you never get fucked
never
up.
believed me. I was like, man, you haven't been to a beer festival, man. Like
Yeah, no, I had been to
yeah,
one.
yeah, but it's like,
But it was in England, and it was like the campaign for real ale, so it was all, it was all like hand pulled.
Oh, yeah, cask.
and mostly, and it was 95 degrees in London at the time.
Wow.
And the beer was all cellar temperature
Warm beer, warm.
and flat, basically. And so I didn't get as buzzed at that one. But anyway, half in the bag or fully in the bag as we left the beer expo.
Sure.
If
We
you
said,
listen to the
"Hey
outtakes.
man, there's a lot more fans of beer than there are of the Raiders.
I'd say so.
We should start a podcast revolving around drinking.
Good move.
Because we always talk about drinking on our football
Yeah.
show anyway.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we're going to be at the Great Beer Expo.
That's right.
We're
Yes,
gonna
you
be
guys
there.
are.
that's how
Yeah.
we
Be
tie it
there.
all in.
And then we're doing the Atlantic City Beer Festival.
We were.
we
We,
do
yeah.
that
We
one,
yeah.
too?
We were
We
there
should
last
be at
year.
there. Yeah. We just did Asbury Park yesterday, so that was a great festival.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's-
maybe
this
next
is-
year we'll get to Asbury
It's the
Park.
festival season, man. It's
It is.
time.
Yeah.
It's just
so
kicking off
much
now.
going- It's just
Well,
kicking off. you're
speaking
right.
of the Great Beer Expo,
Yep.
any surprises? What are you pouring? Do you have any idea yet?
I think we're going to be pouring Rake Breaker and King Gambrinus this time around. We're going to bring the big 10%er with us. It's usually
King
a show.
Gambrinus will go.
It's a show favorite.
Yeah.
People will stand in line for that one for a while. Differently down in Atlantic City, we're going to bring some of the Suicide King down for that. We're going to do a different keg release. So we'll have 4 beers on tap, and we're going to have one special release right at the beginning of the festival. So you got to come and get it while we have it. And once it's gone, we'll move to our regular beers. But we want to do something different and cool for Atlantic City this year. So
Nice.
we're excited to do that. It's a little bit different. Some of the other festivals, we can't really do that because of the way they run their festival. And we go through our distributor. So we kind of have to cater to that. I think if we do anything different, now that we put Fog out over at the distributor, we may do King and Fog. So we get one of our new beers on tap
Right.
in Secaucus. I think that would be a great.
Tell you, Fog.
Well, I think
Fog will
last year at
sell, too.
Secaucus,
Yeah, I think
you
we'll-
had Tip the Porter.
We did. That was
I-
one of our first new releases.
Yeah,
last year,
I think we walked
searched-
around all day and drank, and I was like, we gotta go talk to Jersey Girl about the porter.
That was a orange
I was
chocolate.
like, 19 sheets to the wind by
There
that.
you go. There you go.
The outtakes of that whole thing is fucking awesome.
That's a show
At
unto
one
itself.
point, they were by a dumpster or something. Like, I don't know how to work this fucking thing. He's fucking yelling. He doesn't know how to work and the freaking mic is still going. I got fuck it, and they're just still recording. They're getting in a fucking Uber, and it was just like
Tom lost his keys.
Tom lost his fucking keys.
That's the best show right there, man.
Yeah,
That's what
man.
you want to put that on the air, man.
We did.
They did.
Put that
They
shit
cut
on
they cut the outtakes in. It was like
I do
oh,
believe you
shit, it
laughed
was
at me
fucking-
last year.
I had a great time
When
last
I
year,
I
dude.
came up and asked you about the porter, you were like, because I couldn't even talk, and I think you just chuckled when I asked you the question.
I got a cod pass.
Dude, that was. We were throwing. They had the hatchet throwing there last year for the first time.
We luckily we avoided that.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude.
Hatchet throwing
Drunken
with these
people and
guys?
hatchets.
yeah.
We went up on the break, and so Vito and I have this running competition. Every time there's a hatchet around, we have to like compete against each other to see who's the better hatchet thrower. Well, I wound this sucker up and I threw it, and it went straight. I missed the target completely, and they had like a piece of plywood behind it. I went straight through the plywood. I threw that sucker. I threw that sucker so hard.
Imagine someone was walking behind it. Oh shit!
Oh shit! The hatchet.
Yeah,
God damn it,
luckily we didn't find the hatchet.
No.
Oh my
because
god,
Yeah.
it was great. It was a good time.
We so this time I think some of the best, the most coherent footage from the show is going to be during session 1.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, for
the,
you guys.
the
yeah.
most entertaining part of the show is going to be whatever we do during session 2.
They got session 2 also given to them. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh, nice.
it's gonna
Yeah, we'll be there
treat them right, Chuck.
Oh yeah,
treat
no,
them
I,
right.
I will.
we'll be there during the intermission. We'll be there.
It's a tough, you learn, you do enough of these beer festivals, you learn to pace yourself.
Right.
I like to go to them personally. I think it's fun to talk to people
Oh,
about the beer and be the owner representing
The one
instead
they
of
have
hiring somebody to go pour beer.
The one they have
Yeah.
up in Sussex was awesome at the fairgrounds.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Dude,
yeah.
they had 2 of them. They had one.
That was the
they
one
had the one
indoors.
year when it was cold, and they had it indoors.
Indoors
and
in
the one,
that in the barn there.
like I got
area.
the VIP passes,
Nice.
and I didn't realize like I was in there and the I'm drinking all the VIP beers, which are like 10, 12,
Oh,
14%, right? And the girl goes, you can go over and try the other beers too. That part's open for you VIPs. I'm like, oh shit! So I walk over there. I'm fucking no lines. Me and my buddy John are banging down all the freaking
You're
beers,
just hitting 'em
and then
all.
we go back to the 14 and 12. Dude, we literally got into his wife's car. She goes, I literally can light you guys on fire. You smell like alcohol. It was so bad. It
That's
was
a great festival.
I was like,
It's a
no,
great
we're
festival.
Listen, you can't ignite beer.
I know, but she's like,
know?
you guys are so like, you're flammable. It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was good.
Those are good. I like the festivals. They're doing more of the food truck kind of festivals. So there's
Yeah.
a couple of beers and a lot of food.
Yeah.
I think the traditional beer festivals got a niche, but it's not as interesting as the combination festivals are.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
They
'Cause getting drunk, just standing there all day.
You guys
getting
don't have
drunk
any
is hard.
food trucks come here. That's not
really.
Not
No,
your
it's
forte, really.
Not my thing.
No.
We have the
But
menus.
I mean,
People
again,
can
that
order
counts
food.
as an event.
No, not really.
No.
No, we just don't do it. I'd rather have people order food
I like
locally
the-
and
I
have
like
it
the ordering
delivered,
the food.
or bring food with you, or
Yeah.
we have snacks and stuff. Order some snacks from behind the bar.
Yeah.
Just something to nosh on.
Tom, a little charcuterie.
Yeah, sure.
I'd love to. We're
Bust
looking
out a
at that.
charcuterie platter.
We're working on it. We're in the process.
See,
I
folks,
think
we
it'd be
never
good.
give up the charcuterie here.
You can't. But we're gonna put one together. We'll have it in the cooler box and stuff. Down the road.
That's
someplace.
cool. But yeah, it's nice because the menus here, you know, they're ordering local.
We're
It's-
supporting local businesses,
Yeah.
like we all
Yes.
talked about before. You know, we can stand here as an island in the community, or we can be part of the community. And I think the part of
Exactly.
the community that we want to be part of is we do beer, you do food.
Yes.
We don't want to do food. I don't ever want to do food.
No.
You didn't. You didn't. You didn't.
That would
get
have been a
into-
brew pub.
You didn't get into this business to be a restaurateur.
No.
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 So I'll sell chips. You know, you want a bag of chips, sell you a bag of chips. Have something to eat. I really like when people drink and eat something. I don't care what it is, just eat something while you're drinking and enjoy.
Well, it's
Like-
as long as it's not shrooms or anything.
Guys,
I
when
want
I-
you to eat food.
When I did the podcast from Maryland, those guys, they do food, but they do food in a creative way. The owner who opened up the microbrewer, the nano brewery, he has the restaurant and bar next door. So they just cook the food for them, and you order off the menu, and they bring it over. So it's not really them doing the food.
Yeah, right.
It's
And
their
it's
their
still-
kitchen doing
right.
it.
And it's
But
still local.
it's still his, because all he did was knock a hole in the wall next door and created a
Is
brewery
it,
next
is it
door.
shaped like a rectangle flat where you can just slide a box through it?
No, they have a door. They just go. They go
like
through
a
the
mail
door.
slot.
They go through the
Yeah.
door next door to the place. To the place next door, and they pick up the food. It's a different menu than the other place, but the guy
Yep.
still cooks all the. And
So
they don't have to.
what are some of the good food
Around
eateries
here?
around here that people can order from? while
Enzo's
they're here?
Enzo's is the closest. It's about a mile up the road. Then we have Jeanette's Deli. She's a little bit further up. So Enzo's is great for pizzas.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Enzo's isn't bad. When I lived over in Henson.
Yeah. Their
Yeah, I would
Pizza's
go to
Italian
Enzo's all the
food.
time,
Your
yeah.
traditional. It's a pizzeria place.
Traditional Jersey
Uncle
pizzeria.
Sal's ain't bad.
That's Uncle Sal's is really good. Down a little bit further past Jeanette's. Jeanette's does these massive sandwiches. Like if you order a
Yeah.
sandwich from Jeanette, it's like one of those Dagwood Bumstead sandwiches. It's like this big.
Yeah,
and
she's
you
good.
get your money's
She's
worth.
good.
You
She's
definitely
got a
get
good
quality
deli up there.
product. Now Marley's will deliver from Hackettstown. They have 150 different wings down there, wing options, so you can get any wing you want. They'll bring them up. There's a Chick-fil-A around here somewhere. There's anything you can think of. My sample room managers put a book together with just every menu. You want Chinese? There's Chinese in there. There's,
Yeah.
It's one of the benefits of being in New Jersey.
Oh, hell
man.
yeah. It's the food.
yeah.
Yeah.
The food and the beer now.
Yeah,
You can go out
The
and-
beer
Yes.
is definitely on the map now.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with 114. I think we're up to 120 breweries in New Jersey now. So
Yeah.
that's
And-
awesome.
and
See-
it's ever
Like
expanding.
It is.
They keep popping up.
I
See what? Once again, I say, people slag New Jersey, but fucking get your ass here, man, because we're fucking serving up good beer, good
Yeah.
food.
Good beer, good food.
We have great beaches. We have great freaking mountains. We have great shit, man.
That's true.
Quit slagging Jersey,
This
man.
is
I agree.
this is where New York lives.
Right.
Yes, yes, exactly. This is what New York wishes it was.
It's easy. We're located here in Mount Olive, so I can go north and go to New York City, and go south, go to Philly.
Yeah.
I can go east and go to the shore. I can go west and go to the mountains, go skiing,
Yes.
go hiking, go
You go to
camping.
Bethlehem and go to the casinos.
We get
so
4
much.
seasons every year. We're going to get snow. We're going to get rain. We're going to get sun. We're going to get fall. You get everything in New Jersey. So what frustrates me is when people say, "Oh my God, it's going to snow." Well, yeah, you live in fucking New Jersey. It's going to snow.
It's January.
Oh, it's 100 degrees outside. It's hot. Yeah, it's Jersey. It's going to get hot.
Yes.
they don't understand, like, we do get fucking humidity here.
We
Like-
do.
Like, it's never.
You
That's
get
what
everything.
That's what air conditioning was fucking made for.
Yeah.
You just sit in your house
And
with the air
cold
conditioning
beer.
and
Cold
and
beer.
really
Yes,
ice cold
cold
beer.
beer.
And then if you can't have your ice cold beer at your house, you come to Jersey Girl Brewing.
That's right.
Yes.
Bring it over here. Bring it over here. But I'm like you. I get frustrated. You live in New Jersey. You know what New Jersey's like. Appreciate what you have. Go
Yes.
out and do shit. Go visit a brewery. Go visit a restaurant. Go eat food.
yes.
Go shop at the mall. Go support local businesses. I mean,
Here
so much to do.
Here
there's so
you're-
much to
so
theater,
much to do.
music.
Right here, your prime location, like you can get different types of food here at Chilton Mill Brewing. You can get different types of food there.
Yep.
Like even I've been to that barbecue place a whole bunch of times. This guy's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's like he brought his food there. The dude's from Texas, and he brought his food there.
Nice.
And then you go down to Hackettstown, and Chuck may backhand me in a second, but right across the street, awesome tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
I'm
know
not
he
gonna
can't.
backhand you, but I'm from California. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna,
that's what I said. But
awesome tacos.
I thought you were
is a
talking
high-
about
it's a
me.
Mexican.
high bar for
I mean,
reach.
they're Mexican. They're pure. It's like it was. I mean, it was.
You go
really
downtown
good, but-
Hackettstown, you can go from one end of the main street to the other end of Main Street, and
different
it's
type of
all
food.
different foods all the way up. You go down to, and then
you would love
one
it, like,
part's
with the
like
topo-
Thai and
topo.
Vietnamese.
Yep.
Yeah,
you
topo
know.
is freaking
Topo's
awesome.
great.
Oh my
at
god.
the far end,
James on Main.
Yeah, and then you've got there's even like a Middle Eastern place that does great falafel and
Yeah.
stuff down
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, I mean,
you
it's
can
it's-
taste every culture
Absolutely.
In in Jersey, it's easy.
That's what
Yeah.
downtown. That's what downtown New Jersey's like, and it's getting revitalized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal.
People want to live in a downtown nowadays. You look at Morristown. Morristown was a dead kind of area.
Yeah.
Till they took out, what was it, Epstein's? They tore down Epstein's.
Yes.
They put-
Oh, yeah.
They put the retail on the bottom. They put housing above it. They brought housing to downtown New Jersey.
Yeah.
And now it's thriving.
Now
again.
it's a place people want to go.
They want to hang out. You want to raise
Yeah.
a family. You want to be there. You know, it's.
Yeah.
I think Hackettstown's the same way. Hackettstown's going through its revitalization with the breweries added down there.
Yeah.
And,
It seems like once the breweries came in down there, and once you guys came in up here, Hackettstown kind of took off
Yeah, it did.
as like a gastro, foodie beer type
Absolutely.
destination.
Yep. Yep.
You know, with so much things.
Yep.
You know,
This-
because when I lived there 20 years ago, there was nothing.
There was nothing, right?
same,
Yeah.
11. I lived there about 15 years ago. I lived on Allen Road in Hackettstown.
Okay.
And there was like nothing. It was
Yeah.
like there was some food places,
Right.
But I mean, that was when you had the chain. You had Charlie Brown's on the freaking
Oh,
main
sure,
street.
yeah.
You know, you didn't have. You still had what was the Laughing Lion then? It wasn't Marley's.
Yeah,
But
The
it-
Laughing
it-
Lion was
But it,
actually
yeah, it was on the main street.
it was on the main
The
street. but
big
it was,
point is, it all started with beer.
yeah,
it
really
yes,
did.
It's part of
it's
it's a catalyst.
exactly. Yeah,
It's a catalyst.
And
Yeah.
and historically speaking, it was a catalyst for society. I mean,
Yeah.
people without beer, we wouldn't even be living in houses now. You know,
Hey,
No.
Hey, can I bring up a story I read the other day? It was like perfect for here. Did Bridgewater not know that they had a prohibition law just recently about you can't
is this drunk news?
No, it's kind of. It's not
Okay,
like drunk
good.
news. It's no one got hurt. No one.
Kinda like-
no one.
kind
No
of
one
like Jersey law news.
Yeah. It's like Jersey law news. It's
right.
like they had a prohibition law where you can't buy beer on credit at a bar.
Oh, I heard about this.
Did
yeah.
you hear about
Yeah,
that?
I did hear about
it
this.
It was tucked away somewhere in the caverns
So,
of like.
so you couldn't give your card and have a tab while
no,
you're
you
eating
can't
and
say,
drinking?
"Hey, can you just put that on a tab for me and I'll pay you next week." As soon as you do that, you get a fine. You got either.
The New Jersey has a lot of those little
And
laws,
like
like
blue
in
laws,
Yeah,
But they
it's
but they
kinda
hurry
crazy
up and
shit.
rush to nix it because they
Oh, yeah.
they looked and they're like, "Oh shit,
We got to
still
get
have
rid of
this
that
law."
fast.
Yeah, they're like,
Because
you
a
know,
lot of people are in violation.
There's so many. There's so many of those little laws out there you forget about until somebody needs it. And
But
then
I
they're
just-
like, hey man, I remember this.
I
law?
found it really interesting. It was Bridgewater. That's
Yeah,
like
of
kind
all
of close.
places, right? Yeah, it is kind of close. Right?
It's like a prohibition law.
Prohibition sucked.
Yeah.
Well,
I
man,
didn't live through it, but it was almost 100 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Probably?
almost
Yeah.
exactly.
Almost.
Yeah,
yes.
it's coming, right?
It's coming
We gotta
quick.
have like
Yeah,
an anniversary.
Yeah, no, we
of it.
definitely there'll
Yeah,
be
do
a prohibition
do a big
show.
thing about it.
There's
Yeah.
going to be a
You
prohibition.
gonna have a
show.
big party?
Yeah, man, anti-prohibition. Repeal. We'll do a repeal party.
Yeah, those old well, what is it? Sammy's down in you're going towards Mendham. Sammy's restaurant.
Okay.
That's a prohibition bar.
It's an old. Do they have an old speakeasy?
There's
Like
no
a-
sign. There's no sign out front.
Okay.
Everybody knows it's Sammy's.
Okay.
And you walk into the front, and you gotta walk downstairs
Oh, cool.
to the bar. That's where you order your food. Your food is upstairs. You sit down, you have your drinks down in like the hidden bar that's downstairs. Then they call you, and you go upstairs and you eat your food.
That's amazing.
And he's a high end restaurant.
Nice.
He
It's
has
amazing how
great
bad
steaks and everything. else.
Prohibition was terrible for New Jersey because before Prohibition, New Jersey had one of the largest hop farm
I'd heard
populations
that,
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
United States. They had 140 something breweries just in Newark alone.
Yes.
Before Prohibition, it killed an entire industry in
Yeah.
the state of New Jersey, and it's taken. Look at it now. We're 100 years later. We're finally getting back. We still don't even have as many breweries in New Jersey as there were just in Newark before.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So this is where everybody's like, oh, I wonder if there's enough. Where's it going to pop? Where's this balloon?
Right, where's
gonna
the
pop?
bubble?
Yeah.
I don't see it. I mean, there's what $3.5 billion worth of beer sold in New Jersey every year. Most of it's macro.
Obviously, some people
Whatever the number
are gonna fail.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but not everybody's a
that's business.
business person.
That's business.
And but we wish all of these brewers the best of luck.
I do.
And,
Yeah. It's hard. You can't open a brewery today with mediocre beer or an average beer or a tasty beer. You've got to have something unique and
Right.
exceptional now
Yes.
to compete in this market.
And you
Sure.
always got to evolve too. Like
You
when you're
always
doing
have to
it.
change. You
when
got to be
you're
doing something different all the time. Because people get bored.
And you-
They go for the next shiny object, the next brewery that's opening up. They want to see what they're doing. Oh, look what they're doing.
And
the crowd moves.
as a consumer, I'll say to young and budding breweries out there, I get that you guys want to you want to sell what you like. You also have to remember you have customers, and you've
Right.
got to make beers that people want to drink.
That's what we did. We did that. I mean, there's enough. There's so many craft breweries out there that are doing the really unique stuff that craft brew drinkers really are looking for.
It's also very niche, though.
It's a niche. It's just 5% of the market.
Yeah.
You know, we're targeting that other 95% of the market that
And you can do the niche beers too.
we can do them as well.
Yes.
That's what we've been trying to say. Is we make IPAs that are approachable. People who don't normally drink an IPA will drink a Jersey Girl IPA and start that transition into understanding and appreciating what an IPA can be. And then we do something like a fog. We'll throw a fog out there. We'll go from one extreme to the other, and people evolve with us. So we're kind of helping palates grow, helping people understand and learn.
You're dead on with that because I was totally against IPAs. Like, remember when I used to I
Sure,
would tell you the
yeah.
stories. Like, I don't drink IPAs. My buddy John brings me here. Try this IPA. Fell in love with it,
There you go.
and that was it. Like I drink IPAs now. Like I love.
And
the
you're willing
fun-
to try
like,
different IPAs
yeah, and
because
I'm
now
willing
you
to try
know
to-
what you're into.
And
Right.
I'm willing to try.
You got
try-
introduced to
and it's
in
like,
the right
and
way.
then I get apprehended. Like I was at one of the beer festivals, and I had from Evil Twin, I had the Molotov cocktail,
Okay.
which is a triple IPA, and I got scared because it's like triple. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's a
It's
big
like
IPA.
crunching, yeah, like the most drinkable IPA you could ever have
Oh, yeah.
for being a triple IPA,
especially 2 ounces.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, they weren't pouring it. They weren't pouring it. It was like the private stash of.
Oh, the
people
guys
in
behind the-
back.
yeah, the guys.
Because we got to know the guy. He's like, here, and he
Try
starts
this
pouring it
out.
out of the bottle, and I was like, wow,
Well, that's
this
good.
is freaking good.
Yeah.
So it's like I came back because of Jersey Girl to like IPAs.
What was that IPA we had that actually had hops floating in it?
I forget, man.
Oh,
And that came out of a
It was
can.
rough.
Yep.
That was
Did you
Arizona.
guys give me that?
Yeah,
Did
that
you guys
was
give me that one?
something
Like,
from.
try this.
Yes,
And I was
something
like,
from
The beer
Arizona.
that was mailed to us from
Yeah.
Arizona.
We've had that happen. We've made some beers that have some chunkiness to them. It's just it's the hop that there's so much hop in the beer that you do get some residuals.
This actually looked like they brewed the beer and then went.
Yeah, let's throw a little,
they
throw a little
canned it.
magic in the can.
Yeah, because there
Throw a
was
little magic.
in the bottom of the glass. There was actual hops.
Oh yeah, it's a
In-
hop and yeast. Hop and
Yeah,
yeast.
it was somewhere from Arizona.
That's how you know it's a true. That's a true sign of a craft beer
Yeah.
because most of the guys now know processes to filter that out or
Yeah.
put a screen in place so you don't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they really did.
So
a number.
there's still bottle conditioning and the
Oh
whole
yeah,
deal.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
we
that's-
almost a lot of our bottles are bottle conditioned. I love bottles, but we have a crowler machine now, and people love the crowler machine.
Yeah.
So we're doing 32-ounce crowlers. We're getting away from glassware.
yeah.
A lot of places
just a
are.
pain.
A lot of pretty much everywhere is doing the can
the
crowler.
cans
It's
now,
another
yeah.
fun trend that you see in the craft beer world,
Right.
right? Because back in the '90s, when I lived in Seattle,
Okay.
in the '90s, where that was like craft beer mecca, right?
Yep.
Seattle, Portland, back in the in the '90s, and back then, you wouldn't dare try to give somebody a beer in a can, right?
That's true. That's true.
And now it's like. It's almost the opposite now.
It's a better vessel, I think. A better vessel nowadays for beer.
Didn't it change though? It's like our grandfathers. It was in the can, pull tab in the can, and it's like you
Always.
just drank it from the can. That was it.
But it was
And then
there's-
it changed.
There's a lot of books you read the history of beer, and you go through all those pull tab beers. Was a generation where a lot of steel was used, and they didn't have the right coatings in the steel.
Yeah.
So you drink it and have a metallic flavor to it.
Yeah.
Really metallic flavor to it, and a beer that's only a couple of months old would start to turn pretty quickly because the metal would start to rust inside, and you'd get all that in your beer.
Yeah.
And that's why cans just got a negative rap.
I'll never forget, popping my grandfather's Genesee cream ale in the wooden crate in the basement, drinking 2 of them, and he goes, "What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna get me in trouble. You're not gonna get in trouble because I have it down in the basement." stop drinking it.
Stop drinking my shit.
I go, it tastes terrible. All right, see, don't drink it ever
Don't
fucking
drink it.
again.
Don't drink it. Stay away. But that's, I mean, I think cans nowadays, cans is the preferred vessel. It's easier to carry.
It is.
Doesn't break. You don't have to worry about shattering it. Retailers can put more on a shelf. They
Yes.
can fit more beer in a cabinet.
Yep.
I just think it's a better way of doing beer. You can pack it a lot easier. Everything's recyclable. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of benefits to cans versus bottles. I mean, bottles are very traditional.
Sure.
There's a
Yeah.
group of people
Yeah.
out there that will only drink beer out of bottles, but
I think it's nice for like a, an aged Belgian or
Yeah.
it's cool. to
Yeah.
but at the same time, like it's just one of the, it's neat that how that trend is so different.
yeah,
now
it's diminishing. Yeah,
Yeah.
the crowlers for us. I mean, we do a lot of bottled beers for our anniversaries, and we live them all year long. And then this year we're even talking about just doing all our anniversary barrel aged stuff into crowlers. We don't even bother with the bottles anymore. It's easier to fill.
For me, it'd be like perfect.
Yeah, it's easier to fill. They'll last longer. You can put them on a shelf. You can age them out. Whatever you want to do.
The first time I got the Crowler can was when I was in like Maryland. I'd never seen it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I asked him. I go, what do you think? What should I get? Like, should I get a Crowler or should I get the the glass?
The growler.
The growler.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what are you doing? And I go, well, we're walking the boardwalk. Get the Crowler.
Get the crowler.
I go, why? He goes, the Crowler can get warm.
Yeah.
And you can get it cold again, and nothing's going to happen to it. I honest, and you can keep it sealed, and you can bring it home. Like
Yep.
you can travel and bring it home, keep it cold, bring it home, and it's to be good. And I did that, and I popped it. It still had head, everything else.
Of course,
was good.
yeah.
I get the growlers because I can go home and tell my wife, we got to drink this now.
well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's going to go bad. We have to drink it. So that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons
Yep.
I do it. Well, man, before we close out, I really appreciate you having us here.
Oh, my
Yes.
pleasure, man.
Yes.
You
It's
know.
a pleasure.
Yeah, this is cool.
We've been
a lot
trying to
of
get this
times-
together.
A lot of
I
times,
thought we were only going to be a half hour, guys. What happened to
well,
that?
I was just going to say,
What did you say to me a
a
while
lot
ago?
of times when we
like once you get on a mic, you like to talk.
I love to talk. Man. I could
most,
talk forever.
most of the time when we do these shows, we do a show
Yep.
and we'll interview our host for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know what? We just let you become part of the show this
I appreciate it. No,
And
this has been great, guys. Honestly, this is a lot of fun. I love the discussion, man. I could talk about craft beer in New Jersey forever.
Yeah. And
No,
It's
yeah,
where we are, man. It's where we live.
Yeah.
I encourage people to come out and try us, and
so do we.
go try somebody else. If you don't try us, try somebody else, but support local New Jersey beer. Whatever you do in your local community, go drink local. There's a lot of macros out there. There's a lot of out-of-state beers out there. Fantastic. Get there after you've tried all the New Jersey beer you can have.
There's so much available now, guys.
And they're really
Like,
good, man.
and
They're good.
And you haven't been here. If no one's been a Jersey Girl and Mont Olive, it's even if it's packed, just come in and drink.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're still going to serve you.
Yep.
Just stand there
Yeah.
and drink and enjoy
Wait for it. Just
Because-
wait
Well,
for it, man.
and
Just-
if you're listening to our show and you're not familiar with the areas that we talk about a lot, because we're in Jersey, so we talk a lot about
Talk
Jersey.
a lot about Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
This is a beer destination.
Yep.
It
so,
is.
so if you want to come to a place in New Jersey to try local beer, this is the spot to do it because you've
Thank
got, Jersey Girl,
Yeah.
you've got Manskirt, you've got Sigmeister.
You got it all right here.
You got Long Valley Brew.
Right.
Brew
You got
Pod.
Chilton.
and you got Chilton Mill.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a destination. You can come here. You can, there's hotels. You can spend a weekend.
Absolutely.
And you
and
can
the
enjoy
hotels
yourself.
are not overtly expensive.
No,
by
not
any
at all.
stretch of the
Not at all.
imagination.
And you got
Not
everything
all.
around here. You got
Yeah.
all kinds of hotels around
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
But if you're
Yeah.
really into beer and you really want to try it, it's
yeah, get
Yeah,
on up
if you
here.
want to get a feel for Jersey beer, and then we can get specific and say North Jersey beer, this is a destination
Yeah.
to come to.
Yes,
Thanks.
exactly. Yeah, come here.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, I think on that note, unless you got anything else you want to
You
throw
wanna
out there
plug anything?
before
No,
we-
man, I just really, you guys have been great. I appreciate you
Cool, thank
coming
you.
up here and hanging out for a Sunday morning. Got me out of bed early, that's for sure.
Yeah.
After a long
I
weekend.
haven't been
You
to
haven't even
sleep
been
yet.
to bed.
I haven't
But no,
been
I
to sleep yet.
appreciate what you guys are doing for craft beer in New Jersey. The fact you're helping keep putting us on the map and bring new awareness to what's going on in craft beer. That's fucking awesome. So
Yeah, 'cause
keep
anything
doing
anything
that,
that comes across our way, beer wise, like we grab something that you guys just put out or whatever, we
Okay.
blast it on.
Oh, yeah, we always review it too.
Nice.
man.
We review it
yeah.
too.
And
So no matter what, we keep it relevant.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
And if it's Jersey, hell yeah.
Yeah,
It stays
absolutely.
relevant.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
big on that. We try beers from other places.
Yep.
You know, we did interview Rusty Rail. They're,
Yep.
PA guys.
But those
which
are
is
good
cool.
guys. I like those guys.
Great
Yeah.
guys,
Like their
man.
beers. Yeah, for sure.
And you can go down there and actually rent a suite
What?
at the brewery.
A
They've got
suite?
suites on their
Oh my
third
God.
floor.
Dude, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna keep going for the next 2
Yeah.
hours. You're going down another rabbit
All
hole.
right. All right.
'Cause I got to know about this.
Now, do you get do you get suites full of beer too?
No, but the brewery's right downstairs. We'll talk about it off of the
Oh my
show.
God, that's a great. I got to hear about that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And also, there's this stormtrooper.
We're Star Wars fans
Yeah,
here.
we're
for
Star
sure.
Wars fans.
So-
Yeah.
Definitely Star Wars fans.
Star Wars fans, all of us. So
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Check this place out. This is Inebriation on the Crow's Nest Podcast Network, home of
I don't know.
the Pillaging Podcast.
Pillaging podcast.
Crow's Nest Podcast.
What's the one you're on, Pots?
Is it the EC?
You're
I
on
have
one
no fucking
East
clue.
Coast Nation.
I haven't done a show.
Is that important?
East Coast Nation podcast.
And soon to be the fan club. Blitz.
Soon to be the fan club Blitz. We got put on waivers. We got no ledge. We got blackout. We got Ladies of Darkness.
And
We got all those people.
Yep.
Yeah, and then now it's official because we can actually swear
On the Blitz.
on the Blitz because the last
yeah.
I mean I love Murph and everything, but man, I can't censor myself. I'm from
I
Jersey.
know, and I
It's
can't
hard.
edit you.
It's hard, dude.
It takes me
Like
too
you
long.
even said, Chuck even said like before he's like, I love podcasts because I can be myself, I can swear, I can
Exactly.
do whatever I want.
Do what you want to do, man. Say what
Yes.
you want to say.
Yep.
All right, man.
All right, peeps.
Thanks, everybody. And
Yeah.
check us out.
Yeah, check out Jersey Girl, Bud Lake, New Jersey. Check them out at the Great Beer Expo.
That's right.
You got about 9 hours to get your friggin' contest entries in.
Pictures in, right.
But it's going to be too late by the time you hear that anyway. So, probably you're not going to be drinking free fucking beer next Saturday.
Why the fuck did you guys award Carlos tickets?
Hey,
'Cause-
listen,
Fuck him.
We're ending this show.
Yes.
Another rabbit hole. Here we go.
This is episode 30, and next up is episode 31. Where
31.
We'll be coming at you from
From the
Tom's-
Jersey Shore.
Tom's River Brewing. All right. Take care.
All right, later, peeps.
Take care.
Perfectly clear. singer.